Hello, welcome to Down with Dragons here on Monsters of Roll. I am DM Scott, and with me tonight,
Catherine playing Juniper Swift.
Chris, maybe playing Viet.
we do have two players missing. One we knew, and one that we either did know and we forgot, or we're not entirely sure.
It's been a week.
Real life
it's
is
been
hard.
a couple of weeks. Yes.
Yeah, it's been a really hard, just adulting.
I didn't sign up for that.
Yeah. No,
Just dropped on
telethon.
you. Yeah. There's terms and conditions I don't know about.
Well, you didn't know that, but that was part of some of those terms and conditions with the Apple term.
Yeah.
It's just you have to adult.
You just hit
You
accept
have to
all
take
and you didn't read it. That's on you.
Oh, that was in there? Oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, that being said, just in case we didn't forget, and someone's on their way frantically trying to get to a computer and turn it on, we're just gonna, I guess, start off this episode with just, I guess, a little chit chat, kind of rehashing. What?
I want to do a big shout out to Hazards and Hijinks for promoting us with the for the small creatives for TTPG Rising yesterday. Thank you. I'm a horrible person for not catching it sooner, but right, they tagged a bunch of people and they promoted a bunch of people that I'm all looking forward to checking out their streams and seeing what's going on. So
Yeah.
that was really awesome, and I'm excited to see what everybody else is doing. So cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that being said, we're just gonna kind of dive into kind of a little impromptu chat about what's been going on lately, where
Yeah.
people are at, what we're thinking. I don't know, theories. Whatevs. We can just have kind of our discussion episode. We can just do that for a little while.
I want to know how Viet feels about being hairless. This is very important to me.
Seriously, don't know what you're talking about. He has his hair. Clearly, he's taking it super well.
Now, I feel like Viet's beard is sort of it's a big part of his personality, right? He keeps things in there, keepsakes, things that
it's
are
not
significant.
The beard so much. It's that's where he carries the important. He's got the feather, his fight or flight feather from the witch woman. He's got the a brass needle, like when he's feeling lost. He has a crow's foot for John blank on the crow's foot. I got it written down. Crow's foot is there's lost, fight or flight. I have to look that up. But he's got the he was keeping the key from his best friend in the world.
Dancing woman?
No. Well, indirectly from Dancing Woman, right? But it was Quincy. Quincy handed him the key from Dancing Woman, right? We found out. He's got that cog from that little mechanical drag. This is where he keeps his stuff. It's the only thing. He's been in prison. There's not a lot. He doesn't have a lot of things. These are the only things that he's carried with him still, and he's been just kind of weaving them along with a bunch of other trinkets that when he gets nervous, all these little charms and things he's picked up for. So. Yeah, it's kind of an important part. It's a superstitious, warding off of stuff. And he always has it with him and he can't lose it. And then his beard's gone. So where's he going to keep all this protective and reminder and memorial stuff?
Yeah. I mean,
so he's just not dealing with it.
It's almost like that, the canary in the mine almost, It's just oh no, it's gone.
Some safety blanket / his right. I like your dress. It's got pockets. It's his pockets. So no, he is not dealing with this well. And he's just pretending it didn't happen. He's clearly, since he took the time to weave that beard, and he's just pretending that's real. I'm sure it's in a disgusting mess right now after that. If it's even still on, it maybe got ripped off.
Stunt you pulled.
100 foot.
Which, by the way,
100 feet per minute or per round. It may have just gotten ripped off.
I think that's probably my favorite use of an immovable rod ever.
Uh-huh.
It was good. Like, because the thing is, we had 2 people down, or 1 person down before that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it still had, its turn was coming up. It was only half damaged.
Right. You're saying, you got its attention. It's down about halfway. Right. Yeah, it's more than halfway
so
down.
are we.
Maven's down. Right. We're all, yeah.
Oh, only half.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it makes you feel any better, because I did, like, when we did the 6 days and we did the rolls and all that, I rolled. It was an adolescent.
That doesn't make me feel better, actually. It sure doesn't.
Maven's out there trying to gut it. Yeah, I like that. Sash is like deciding to climb it. Like, it was.
Oh my gosh.
It was quickly getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Gonna lose our dragon warrior.
On the plus side, you can just bring him back again, it sounds like.
If we can find him.
Easy peasy. Oh, yeah.
I found his toe. Is that enough?
A toe. I think it might be enough.
Depending on the level, it can be. True resurrection. All you need is...
Oh my.
Now, the real question is if you casted that on the body and the big toe, it's what? The
big toe just kind of inches its way over to the body and attaches itself. Ugh, gross.
I always like the idea, just going with resurrection and dismemberment. Ever since seeing in the movie, like, my idea now of the rejuvenation spell is basically like growing child body parts back, and it slowly like ages to you, but like just the tiny feet,
Oh yeah, a tiny hand.
I feel like that's the way that spell now has to be.
Oh god. If Viet didn't have things bad enough, he's growing, he's shrinking, he's growing blue hair, he's losing it all.
Lose a limb.
Poor Viet.
It's gone through a lot.
I kind of like the giant Viet. That was fun.
That was, I think,
that was a throwback right to the storm giant at the beginning of Callan's adventure too. Was kind of that.
I liked Lord Viet.
Lord. So what are we thinking for our chances for the group going to find a thief contact, and then kicking off a heist in a dragon's lair or vault, or
Well, Telsey is finding us a thief, so
we still have to identify this person. So.
Yeah.
Do.
Or they'll identify us, or some combination of the two things with yellow flowers. I think it was yellow.
Yeah, we're supposed to wear yellow flower.
Yeah.
And then they're here for the party. Are you on the list? I am
the list. Listen, that's the kind of thing you get when you put me on the spot.
I'm really hoping Viet sees him first because I've got the line.
Oh my God, please. I want to hear it. I want that.
Have to wait. Gotta wait.
I want to hear it. I'm feeling not great after this encounter.
Did fine.
Whatever, Captain. Your crew is 100% competent and not disjointed.
Yeah. No, we were fine. We were fine.
As everybody bails and you put Viet in charge of the ship. Everybody. I'm like,
it was temporary control during combat, and as the gunnery officer, that should be Viet's role anyway. And
then Oliver and Maven were jumping ship.
Yeah.
So
I think Oliver was just trying to get to a gun, and Maven was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go," and then poor Maven just got. We gotta get her some armor or something. Like what?
A permanent feather fall ring or something.
A permanent feather fall ring would be. She can fly.
You would think that would be enough to take care of it.
She is the permanent feather fall ring.
You would think that she would be the last one to take falling damage. Yeah.
I would like to say, from my many years of playing D&D, both as a player and as DM, doing an arrow Flynn from the top of the crow's nest down to the, like, regardless of how that dice went, that was the right choice.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Irrefutable.
How we doing, Mick?
Good. Apparently, it's one of those summer Fridays where time totally got away from us. But good to be here.
What? Real life happens?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
We weren't sure if we were like, did he say he was going to be gone? Like,
No, I know.
like-
And I knew I probably did that to you, too, because I said I'm going to be gone in a couple weeks.
Yep.
This isn't that week.
This is-
I'm sure they're scrambling. Was this the week? Was that the week? What? Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's quite all right. No, we're all here now. Almost all of us are here now, but one we knew for sure wasn't going to be.
Yeah. Now I don't have to be sad because I missed it, because I didn't miss it totally. Otherwise, I would have been sad.
Aw.
Well, we would have been sad too, because
Yeah.
we were literally just buying time because we weren't committed to, like, this is what this episode is. We were like, this is what it might be. I don't know.
And then it was like 3, 2, and we're live.
This is what we're doing now.
You're absolutely 100% professional and prepared every Friday.
Except for the whole, paid and professional parts. Yes.
I didn't say paid.
What's the thing?
I have them on
Yep.
business cards. What are you
Yep.
guys talking about?
Experts versus professionals. Experts actually know what they're talking about. Professionals just get paid to do what they're doing. They may or may not.
There you
know what
go.
they're doing, so.
I have my certification just hanging right on here.
My father told me to fake it until you make it. So. If you stay long enough, eventually everyone who showed up will leave and the new people come and you've been there the whole time and they won't know anymore.
And then you've been there the whole time.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Oh, man.
This was your birds and the
All
bees
right.
talk, Scott?
Gotta say, it's a weird one.
No. All right.
Sorry,
all
I
right.
don't know where that came from.
Yeah. It's all right. Copyright. Now we got to pay the honey people and the. Anyway, so now that we're all here, we're gonna dive into this next episode, as we kind of already referenced last time on Down with Dragons. The group met up with Telsia and Zash, and after having a conversation of plans to go forward, Telsia is going to try to find Maven's daughter and make sure she doesn't do anything Maven-y. And then scorched earth. And then is going to send some contacts to Hailstone, to a potential thief that the group kind of was looking for an extra hand with, someone sneaky and good with their hands in particular, I remember, but locks, things like that. And the group, after deciding on a very clear and precise sequence of passphrase and password and indicators on how they are to meet this contact, who all they know right now is he and yellow flower can't fail. So the group reboarded the ship. No red shirts died in the reboarding, and made the choice to pick up speed. to travel at that higher speed in their airship, they had to go to higher altitudes. And they met a nice, lovable Leviathan who just wanted to match speed, thought maybe it was another flying creature, and just wanted to say hi. And then they opened fire. Horrible PCs. They're just murder hobos. So an exchange of
murder hobos of the skies. Get the whole title, please.
Yeah. It's a very important part.
That is fair. I apologize. And it was a pretty close battle right up to the point where an immovable force met an immovable object.
Unstoppable force.
Yeah. Unstoppable force, yeah. And Viet deboned I mean, if you've seen that Avengers with Iron Man going straight through, I mean, it's really pretty close to that, except a lot more gruesome. And on the other side, a unconscious Viet and after attempting the arrow Flynn off of the crow's nest, Maven on the deck, unconscious as well. The battle was over. The group managed to recollect, seeing as we have our little long ships that are detachable little flying ships. Collected Viet, got them at least stable, same as Maven with Oliver right there. And we're going to say probably the course of about a rest of the day and through the evening has passed. So people who are unconscious, brought up, can rest. I'm assuming Viet probably is a little sore from
probably heavily bruised.
Oh yeah. Roll me just a luck check for how well that beard hung on.
11.
I was literally just going to do above a 10. So you
Got
still
all
have
stuff.
it.
Yes.
There's no way though that it doesn't look a little gamey.
Like stuff.
You might have new stuff in it too.
Yeah.
Very matty, just
probably anything still attached to him is probably very matty and
just that sound of like tacky, just
yeah.
So that is where we're going to pick up. It's the morning of the 7th day. My only question going into that little 12-hour jump roughly is, Captain Juniper, would the ship have maintained that higher altitude to maintain that higher speed?
No.
I was just curious if we needed to continue to roll on that table.
No. Now
there was a mention of searching.
Yes.
Like for harvesting.
Also, like, did we hit anything important with Leviathan guts?
Like, what do you mean did we hit? Like, somebody hit all of them.
Well, what was below the Leviathan
that
guts?
way?
The falling viscera.
Like, we didn't...
the falling rain of blood.
Yes.
And viscera.
What kind of damage did we leave in our wake this time?
That, I feel like the group might have grown a little bit, because I don't know if that's a question a year ago group would have asked. Give me one moment, because I just got to double check the map just to get an idea of
where we would have been.
Tie the floating carcass behind us and just be dragging along.
I mean, we probably were. There aren't a lot of towns getting into that colder region, I don't think, into the wilds. So.
Gosh, why did I say such a short time? Higher altitude. Oh, okay. No, there's a chance that a direct line as the crow flies
Oh no.
I'm gonna show you this.
Yeah, let me do the.
Airspeed.
Let me do the.
What is the
me share
airspeed
the map.
velocity of a
Yeah, please show
European
me
swallow?
the map, sir.
Let's see if I can show the map. Oh.
I did undercut the distance and time. But
We were somewhere in here.
Shipton.
Oh wait! I can do the zoom.
Oh no,
in
we
here
had gone to
differently.
Shipton. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get a different map. No, everybody doesn't want to see my file structure.
That was the right map.
Yeah, but that's my desktop. Can't really.
Oh.
I can't
Hear your
zoom
internet
in.
search history.
It's just all kinds of like beard regrowing.
I do have a question about that actually, but that's kind of a later thing.
Oh, that's not it. All right, let's try that again. Share screen map. All right.
Okay,
Yep,
okay, we were at
zoom in on
Shipton.
Shipton, which is that Lock Lake, South Lock Lake.
Mhm.
Right, we're in the middle of the screen. That's Shipton. So
And we
if
were-
you follow
where-
it down
Yep.
towards Aberdeen. Now look at Aberdeen to Hailstone.
Oh no.
You are, I mean, and at your, yeah, there's a very distinct chance
Like,
at day
there's-
6 of a and the thing is that I either way I'm going to extend this trip because I was thinking from Rivertoe from some reason would be closer to like 14 days, like 2 weeks.
If we got high enough and caught some of those winds.
Right.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So, but either way, I'm going to say there's a chance. So how
There's
about
some
who
poor
wants to make-
shepherd out in the hills here.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of nothing and then Aberdeen.
Like Viet's beard is not the only thing that's mattered. There's a flock of sheep somewhere.
So, okay.
I'll roll it. What do you want me to roll?
Yeah.
I might as well. This is my fault.
roll? I want a percentile dice.
Percentile
and
dice. All right.
I would say, okay, you want high or low before you roll.
We're up really high in the air, so we'll go high.
Okay, so if it's 50% or higher, it's in the area. If it's 80% or higher, it's within a couple miles. If it's above 90, I mean, there's a town that's going to definitely know about it.
82.
Okay. All right. Okay. So
Some
next
little
question
village.
for my grown players. Are we stopping to investigate and things like that? Like, are you going to find out that it hit a town area, like within a...
Maybe a quick
Juniper
flyby.
absolutely would have wanted to know if they hit anything important.
We're going to stop and say, did you guys see that? What
Any,
was that?
You guys see
What
anything
happened
weird
to
there lately?
Really weird.
Did you see that another ship flew past? That was totally them.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, now we have
and
to.
it would have it would have been above the fog line too, so they would have.
Oh yeah, it would have been higher enough that they would not have seen the ship or anything like that. It would have just been
A rain of guns.
Okay. Well, as quartermaster, I'm going to break off a contingent of Sealies to form a new Office of Damage Control for what we just did. Kind of like from the Marvel Universe after the attack on New York.
Good idea.
Yeah. And they can gather up all the guts and bits and put it in the cargo hold, and maybe we can turn it into something if we have that.
Yeah.
Someone had that idea, so Oliver's just going to go with it.
Just a vat.
Good idea.
so
Ugh.
you drop altitude, so you're like, it looks like basically the ship is sailing on mist right now, as some long ships detach and start to scour and look for bits and return. There is, I would say, at least some of the outside hide, which is got that very iridescent quality to it, floating. That would have been floating right around the area, like on a hangar where Viet was. So you can recover some of that just from the sheer size, even if it was damaged. you have workable amounts.
Okay. Iridescent hide. That's something. You could turn that into fashion.
Can I make
Totally.
a cloak out of it?
There you go. You're thinking.
Is there enough of that?
I mean, there's enough for sure for people to make like sleepwear. Sales could have been. Yeah. I don't know if there would have been enough undamaged to do that, but still, cool idea. Just gotta hunt them. Hunt them.
We were joking earlier on the text group. Maven, she in any part of this recovery operation?
No.
I feel like with what happened, she is in recovery. We'll just leave it at that for now. Right now, she is unconscious, and we'll just be tame with it. She's
stable. She's stable.
She's stable. Sleeping it off. How about that?
Oh, yeah. In the crow's nest. Yeah.
Not in no.
Oliver, as quartermaster, would you mind making me? Let's go with a investigation or a perception check.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
I will go with perception. And that roll is only a 21.
Only a 21. Okay. So over the course of the 12 hours, you brought yourself down here. People are resting and recovering. The Sealies went off down into the mist and have been investigating, looking for bits and pieces and things like that. Most of what is brought back is like unrecognizable meatiness. With a 21, I will say you will find 38 actual there might be some chips and stuff like that, but for the most part, teeth.
Oh. Yes.
I got a flashback to like Forrest Gump. Fried Leviathan, barbecue Leviathan.
I mean, and it's just like kind of they have sacks that it's just like we don't know what we have, but it's
stir fried Leviathan gumbo.
We don't know if these are edible.
You don't. And then also during that, you will get one long ship that comes back without a pilot, just a red tunic hung over the wheel.
Ran itself into something. Yes.
Yeah. And then one of the others does report that within after about 6 hours or so of investigating, looking, and there was started to be some creatures that took interest that were in the forests, in the mist, and that it was like they're going after it, and it seemed like that's how we lost one of our Sealies.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't know what effect that will have on the wildlife, but cool. That's a problem for later us.
So I will say, if you want to write down how much of it you kept, but you have about 20 tons of Leviathan meat.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very
one hell of a
tenderized.
lantern oil.
It's
Will that weigh the ship down?
Well, weight is a thing. Gravity. This is an airship.
Yeah.
You won't. I'll tell you as they bring it, and anybody inspecting for, hey, what looks like a flank and what looks like blubber. The ship doesn't all of a sudden start to just slowly go lower as another ship comes back. I mean, it can handle some weight.
Okay, I just didn't want it to slow us down.
No, it would take with this particular one, it would take a lot more to start to make you really slow down. You're not traveling as high now going forward unless you do.
Nope.
So that'll add days, but
good.
Okay, just making sure.
All right. Well, hey, that's quite the good haul there, crew.
All of them are excited for the praise and all salute.
Now you can continue swabbing the deck because it's still a mess.
So I think it's more,
Yes,
more of a mess.
They all
now.
just start running, and one of them there is one who's like a carpenter, Celie, who's just you see doing measurements on the broken wood where Maven landed, and is just looking to rebuild that area.
Well, whatever damage the Leviathan did to the ship too, I suppose, probably.
Yeah.
Work crews.
Most of it seems to be surface damage. Like the ship actually, because of the type of I guess damage that was incoming, it actually wasn't taking a lot. Like it was, the ship didn't suffer that much.
Okay.
Luckily, it wasn't spewing like straight up fire or
Yeah.
So, traveling on is if you maintain this height, it'll probably take you, I'm going to say, just to add some days, because re-looking at the map, about 20 days at this altitude.
Okay.
Which is still, for the journey it could have been, which would have been months by land, even if you took a boat to cut off some time, is still great. And so, is there anything the group wants to accomplish in that time during those 20 days? Because at this altitude, there's not really creatures that you're going to have to deal with.
I would like to try and use a spell on
There are
Viet.
spells you can use.
I don't know if it's going to work, but I would like to try to use Greater Restoration to help him grow some hair back, to restore some of his great hair.
Okay.
That's not overkill at all.
I don't know what caused it.
Are you sneaking up on him and surprising him?
Absolutely not.
Yet during this 20 days, we'll be spending probably a good chunk after that initial crash. We'll be probably spending a lot of time traumatized, and he will be like,
in fact,
100% on the swivel, watching the skies for absolutely any little thing.
The gut matted blue beard has gotten so bad because
he'll have tried to scrub that and launder it as best he can. But it's probably looking pretty bedraggled. Yeah,
it's becoming a problem. So I think, can I try something to maybe help?
What is being wrong with beard? It is good beard.
Yeah.
As you're like,
this is great. I think maybe we could try to improve there's a lot of split ends, and so I think maybe we could maybe I can try to grow your real hair.
Conditioner is not a dwarven thing, Juniper Swift. I've heard people be talking about these things, but this is not my culture. The natural oils are what we really want to be like working into
those natural dwarven oils.
Yes.
Viet. Can I want to see if maybe I can get the hair to grow out of your face again.
He looks very surprised there's no eyebrows, remember?
No, I wove eyebrows across. They're probably drooping like down into his eyes.
Right.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about those.
He'll just like lip quivering, like.
Do you want me to try?
I am trusting you, Juniper Swift. Captain Juniper Swift.
Then she'll just kind of
put
her hands.
Wait, Viet, maybe to steal your will here, try some of this this Leviathan meat and using your dwarven hardiness. Tell me if there's any ill effects, or it'll probably give you strength for what's to come.
I'm thinking I already had Lots of it's already Hulliver.
Okay. Yeah. And trust Juniper. And then once you get that hair back, let's do some testing with some of this other stuff. I feel like we could process some of the blubber into cosmetics, health and beauty products, hair oils, beard oils, etc. So yeah, you're on. No,
Juniper.
Yeah.
I'm all about this. I like this idea, but I need you to think on what Juniper, because I'm pretty sure you don't have it. 100 gold worth of diamond dust to cast this spell.
Good point.
Do you have anything that you would try to use as a substitute? Because it still does require a, cost.
Yeah. So
you are needing gems, Juniper?
my notes are somewhere in a box. So I actually don't know what I've got in my inventory completely.
But I thought
Viet is pulling out
everything.
Viet is pulling out. He's got a piece of jade. He's got a piece of jet. He's got just like a little lapis lazuli one that's too small, but both of those are very nice gems. Worth each is worth 100 gold pieces. If this is where he gets a green beard now, isn't it?
Holliver's really invested in this process. So as quartermaster, can I requisition from the science officer to try to see if we have any components that could either substitute or
we also have a small chest of 650 gold worth of gems and pearls in the bag of holding that we got from the thing. Not unspecified.
All right. There you go.
I don't know how we're going to pulverize any of that, but
we have a couple barbarians.
And we have a whole mechanical crew that I'm sure Holliver can get them to rig something up.
If Holliver has an idea on how to pulverize this, because it was pearls and gems of there is for sure at least 100 gold. So take that out of that 100 gold worth of diamond. It's not diamond dust, but if you have a good idea on how to in some way utilize this into dust, we can make this happen.
Let's just do 200 worth, and then if it works, then Juniper's got an extra trick up her sleeve then.
Ooh.
Is that fair? So we're down to 450 gold worth of miscellaneous gem and pearls.
Okay.
Yep. That works.
Okay. Then the idea is all I need is something of extraordinary hardness to set these gems on. And I will enlist the aid of Viet himself with his dynamic war rod to try to pulverize them.
There you go.
And whoever needs to make a roll on that, I'm going to cast guidance.
Dynamic war rod or my crowbar. Let's see what I got on the crowbar. The crowbar has functions I have not used yet.
Can you double up on guidance?
You can't have advantage.
But you could have a
It's not advantage. This is a D4,
you
right?
got a peace bond and a bless.
Yeah.
And
yeah, no,
a bless
you
is
get
a
that.
different thing, I guess. But
Okay.
Yeah. As long as it's not the same static spell. Like it's not the same spell, but you can stack other spells effects. So yeah, like peace, like you were saying, peace bond and guidance. Like you can have other things that do the same thing, but it can't be two specific guidances.
Okay, so we can't cast guidance on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got pickaxe function, advantage on digging or working stone. And I have a battering ram, advantage on strength checks to knock down door barrier, which I mentioned may also.
Right. Between your dwarven expertise and your magical tools, roll me a, let's call this a
I am a rock gnome too, so
Yeah, I think Oliver's the one
that
bringing the
helps.
expertise here in this particular thing.
I mean,
Viet is a brewer of teas and an adventurer. The gemstones aren't really is.
God, I don't know what to use for this one right now, actually. Let's just go with a strength check for 1, and then we'll do a dexterity check for like the precision part, like sleight of hand for the precision part of it.
All right. So with advantage, using the battering ram, found an anvil or some sort of repair shop, and is just going to town, trying to reduce the diamonds to nothing. Is that fair?
Yep. Okay. That's fair.
And then with a D4 from something or other, whatever we combine, guidance. That would be 22.
Okay. Then
22.
Sleight of hand for the precision.
Okay.
As you're doing it, because it's also about the right angle with the strength.
And guidance for that too.
Let's see.
So add a D4 to that.
That'd be a 27. Nope, sorry.
Okay.
20. Nope, not 27. 23.
Okay. Yeah, over the course of about 30, 40 minutes or so,
We got time.
you all make this happen. And you've got a nice little pile of diamond dust, about 200 gold worth.
Cool. Cut it in half.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you kind of put it in your hands. And are you, how are you doing this? And
I'm gonna do
brand new
aftershave.
aftershave.
Like aftershave, yeah. We're just gonna
rub it in a little bit, maybe a little into the beard.
here massage the little eyebrow areas.
It falls off twice, and you got to
Yeah, just kind of.
So now we've got. You've just been waiting to put glitter on Viet, haven't you?
Now you have a glitter beard.
All right. So roll me just a caster check for fun.
Sure.
It doesn't require it for this spell, but you know what? Maybe a glitter beard is what he needs.
17 plus. What is my thing? I'm working on a very small screen at the moment, so like, where's my 17? It's like a spell attack, right? That's what we decided. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25.
So the sunlight goes through your hands. All of a sudden, there's all this, like all the light refracted from the diamond dust across Viet's face. And you see it kind of sink in. You see the glowing underneath his skin for a moment. And then kind of everyone looks at Viet. Right now, doesn't seem like anything's up.
And then what?
Nothing has changed.
Okay.
Viet looks a little constipated. He's trying really hard to grow his beard out.
Maybe it just needs a little time.
And then shooting like your actual fake beard and everything off your face like a missile. You just, all of you hear the sound of I mean, and it comes out of your clothes, of your shirt, of your tunic.
Oh,
out of it, like it's a little like Wolfman-y. It's not quite to that. It's just a thick Italian, just and the beard just, it's like it just came out of the dryer, You're gonna have to retrain the beard.
Tame that.
Yeah, and it's like all like eyebrows.
Eyebrows, yes.
Yeah, but you are a hairy little dwarf again.
It worked.
Captain Holliver, thank you. I'm thanking you so much. He's finding all the stuff in his rapidly
so gross
going to
looking.
find it, get his.
Yeah, let's just once all the stuff's out of it, she's just gonna kind of pick it up and be like, let's just.
Like he's
It
trying
was crawling away on the deck.
Viet would just stomp on it to stop it, and not think anything about it, and pick it up and shove it in his pocket for the moment.
Ooh.
I know what he's doing
We're
for the
all-
next 19 days, I guess.
You were a blonde, though, right?
Is it massive blonde hair?
No, I'm just.
I was
Is
like,
it all-
oh no.
Is it all sparkly?
No, it's not sparkly.
Aw.
It does definitely look.
It's very lustrous, yeah.
Yeah. There's been some thickener to it. Like it's just.
Viet is a mixture of relieved and embarrassed all at the same time, and relieved and thankful. But he's probably going to spend most of the rest of the trip down in his hammock or wherever, just like busy oiling it and rebreeding it and getting all the stuff disentangled from the other thing and tied back in. And he's very nervous under the skies now too. So he's. But thank you.
On a rough go.
Nowhere safe.
I think the rest of the time, like the rest of the trip, June would want to, I guess, sort of pick Zash's brain on the runes that he was talking about that allow him to like speak and understand the languages. And then also about the process that he went through in order to become like what he is. She's very curious about that.
Roll me a persuasion check. Sorry. It's D&D. There's dice and rolls and all kinds of things.
Yeah, that's a 3.
June has to
I
drag
believe it's
Viet
minus
up
1,
out of
so
the-
it's a 2.
Yeah.
It's a fancy
He-
2.
Yeah, like he seems more than happy to talk to you. I mean, in general, like he's not so private. He doesn't like he's a fish out of water in a little ways. He has more questions sometimes for you and
Mhm.
finding out more about what's like kind of the world over what you know of the last however long.
Mhm.
And whenever you kind of start to broach the subject of the Endless Guard, like he kind of either changes the subject a little bit, or like maybe finally near the end, he kind of just, that's not for you to know. Only someone who's going through it can know. And as for the ruins, he honestly doesn't know. Like he knows what they do. He doesn't fully know the implement and how to do them specifically. He's not that kind of he's a warrior. He's not a mage. But beyond that,
There.
yeah.
Dang it. She's more than willing to like fill him in on the last 20 some odd years that she knows about. So
Oliver,
Hmm.
what are you doing during that time?
Well, I've got all of this fascinating material that I need to like just dive into and see what I can process it into, either for trade goods or research components, or who knows what this creature is. Maybe there's something magical and useful about his corpse. So just diving in, enlisting the help of as many Sealies on my crew as possible, and hoping to find something useful.
Start off by rolling me a investigation check.
Right on. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
So for the first little jaunt of the journey, you're kind of cataloging, going through and seeing if first off you can classify any of the bits you have besides the teeth. With that, you will notice like it takes the first like day or two to go by as you're kind of, and there's a lot to go through. there seems to be almost a hum to it. Like there is a certain amount of like almost energy to it, which probably leads you down the idea of like you were saying, like if there's any magical essence to it or anything like that. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. And then, like, in contrast to Viet being just covered in this muck, Oliver is hopping, diving right in and swimming in it and pulling out and looking at it, not even bothered by
about
the gore.
Over the next 20 days, as Viet
Write this down.
accidentally
This
runs
might be
into
11.
him, like sees him, turns a little green, and turns and goes back to his cabin.
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay, I burned an inspiration even on this, and I only got an 11. We'll go with that.
All right. So there is definitely some kind of energy here. Certain chunks seem to have more to it than others. And even some of the skin tissue that you have, you can actually see that, like as you put your hand against it, almost like the iridescent quality almost like ripples as you touch the skin. And as it's hard to classify what that energy is, how useful it is, if it is itself truly magical, until about like the 5th day or so, you start to notice there's less of it. And like that energy is like dissipating. And then as you kind of go back looking for something like, all right, there was definitely that piece that might have been like a piece of a gallbladder that had to have been, and you can't find it. And you start to look through some of this and you're noticing this corpse is actually slowly almost burning away. Like not fire, but like as that energy is dispersing, almost like steam coming off of something. It's just like the matter is disintegrating.
Huh.
Well, this is peculiar. Well,
roll me one. I'll say like roll one more Arcana check or religion check.
okay, we will go with Arcana again.
Okay.
That's a 24.
With the 24, as this is happening and you are probably a little bit more frantically looking for things and like really trying to prove that something is happening and trying to figure out, you kind of start to come to the conclusion of the idea of like almost this being a much more souped up version of like a construct. And that the energy is poured into it. And once the battery runs out, there's no longer any power to maintain the physical side of this form. And so it's slowly, almost like a familiar can. It's like it just is dispersing.
All right. So is all the tissue dissipating or all that feeling of energy?
Both.
Okay. So even like the teeth and solid stuff like that?
And yeah, you'll like lay out the teeth at a certain point and like be recounting and checking, and there's less of them. And some of them even are starting to look like they're more damaged than they were before, and they're breaking apart and more brittle in your hand even.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see.
Leech is going to be disappointed.
Right. Yeah, who cares about Leech? He's a mess. Well, all right. I will kind of shrug my shoulders and I'll enlist the crew of Sealies to contain it as best as possible and see if we can preserve any of the pieces. But if that's the way it's going and we can't do anything, not much to it.
Pickled Leviathan, canned Leviathan,
yeah, we're
salted
gonna
Leviathan.
can and salt and
I
cure the
guarantee you, there's
Leviathan.
definitely some probably in like mason jars sitting on shelves, and
Sure.
and after a while, just the liquid is discolored,
Hmm.
no meat or anything inside, and yeah, like over the course of the next several days, yeah, all of it kind of disperses, and even any kind of like meat and sinew, blood stains, those dissipate too.
Okay. Well, it doesn't look like there's
shakes out
much.
his blue beard and it's in perfect condition.
It's dusty, yeah. Just it's
Mhm.
little dust comes off of it.
He'll tuck that in his pocket. I'm putting that down in my inventory.
Yeah,
Just in case of emergencies.
back up beard.
Okay. I've been putting this crew, the quartermaster section, to work really hard lately. This isn't panning out the way maybe Oliver thought, but I need to reward, the Sealies that help me, all that. And I just order them to just dump it out on the deck. And let's just use it to basically have some fun and skate on the deck. And we just, start having a joyful little skate on the deck. And no one has to clean anything up because it's going to disappear anyways.
Yeah, like once you figure that out, it's like, it's the perfect crime. Yeah, and so they just grabbing all this meat and viscera that's left on one of the last days just starts to like dump it like mop buckets just getting poured across. And yeah, there's some Sealies that are still working, others that have been ordered to enjoy themselves, and like many of them are dancing.
Ordered to enjoy themselves.
And yeah, like, and I'll say like whether Viet or Juniper at any time like come on to deck and just like look around, you might be like, nope,
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Maven definitely is at least like watching, for sure watching at least. But yeah, the temperature is going to continue to plummet as we make our way south. I will say, for just a little fun little Easter egg, there were residents around the area of Aberdeen who did notice. Unfortunately, Aberdeen is not in such a great place due to a horror that happened there that our players should remember. At least some of our players.
Oh.
And also other things in the mist.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a lovely place.
That was our one of our one shots. And I said it was an in canon thing. Yeah.
Oh. Them. Oh.
Them.
God. Poor Aberdeen. This fits in with what they're
Right.
That's
So
probably
like
one of the
they
better
noticed,
things
but like
happened.
it's like, oh, Tuesday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it raining
Oh.
blood? Oh, well.
Oh well. Nothing new.
So you will make your way all the way down to Hailstone. It is very, very brisk. The humidity is what's going to get you. There are beautiful glacial peaks that will, as you're coming down, be off to your east, and they are very, very, I mean, it's a large mountain range, and for scope of them, I mean, think this entire mountain range is like the smaller ones are like, not even the smaller ones. It's just a whole mountain range of like Mount St. Helens, just huge. And my question I guess I should ask is, once you are informed that you are within the area of Hailstone, it is mist covered, obviously. You cannot see. How are we approaching Hailstone? I mean, are we coming down in the full ship? Are we going outside the city? Are we like what is our approach vector?
I think I would want to land like a day to a half a day's travel away, or I guess anchor in the sky and like take a small ship down, like something that's more easily hidden at that level, I guess. Does that sound like a plan to anybody else or any?
You're the captain.
I know, but this is a democracy.
Until she puts her captain hat on.
Democratic
and then,
piracy.
I order this to be a democracy.
Yeah, I just think this giant flying ship would garner a lot of attention, and we're not trying to do that. So I think it's probably best that we, hike in a little bit so as not to draw any more attention than is necessary.
So you want to stealthily come down in like a longship, land,
Yeah, I think so.
put some snow over top of it, and then hike towards
Yes, which she is going to immediately regret. She's not built for the cold. She's a northern girl.
pretty sure we probably rated whatever.
oh yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she's wearing so many furs, and she's still just like, this sucks.
I can't put my arms down.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Wait up!
Viet's out in his Bermuda shorts and his tank top. Finally back home, decent weather.
No, he's wearing a sweater.
Oh, probably wearing a sweater, yes. To assist with that, Viet would be casting Pass Without Trace to cover our tracks from and right, using survival to cover up our tracks from the longboat, at least until we get a ways away from it. Trying to minimize anybody finding our trail and backtracking it to the longboat. So,
All right. So, can I have a survival check first?
from Viet.
I feel like you're taking the lead on some of that.
Oh, it's not good. It's a 9.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so that's fine. You don't know. So, and then I would like a stealth check. That's not your constitution checks.
That's not great either. That'd be 11 plus
But-
10 from would be 21. So
21. Okay. Not bad.
Oh.
I will say you are lucky. You did arrive on one of the warmer days. It's like 0 today.
Ooh.
All right. So with that stealth check, especially, did Juniper have a thing?
Yeah, I just wanted to verify it's been a few days and a long rest is. Okay.
It's been about 20.
I just didn't want to hit it until you were like, yeah, it's you can.
Yeah, you can. You totally can rest somewhere in that. You can not rest for many days and get exhaustions and then sleep them off.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, the checks involved to be like, I stayed awake for 20 days.
Oh. You're dead now. You're just dead.
Oliver is wearing his imp familiar as a cape to keep warm.
Oh yeah, and he's
I love that.
loving every second.
Just
of
he's
this
giving him a
intimacy.
piggyback ride, but
I regret
keeping him
saying
warm.
walk.
Yeah, and he does almost generate a certain level of heat that is like anyone who's like walking next to you can almost see as he looks over with almost a hateful look towards you and a loving psychotic look towards Oliver. You can see like deep in his chest there almost seems to be like a little inferno glow as he's breathing in and out and just like and there is a little steam coming, you know.
June's
Nice.
just like subtly trying to get close to that. So she's wearing so many furs that the scratches don't bother her.
All right. So I will say, as you approach, getting close, you come over. I was going to say sand dune for a second, but it's like sand. It's,
Oh, no.
it's not, over the tundra. You will see an army attacking Hailstone.
Oh.
You can see
Is it a
battle going on.
green arid army?
Well, it is daytime. It's very windy. You're far enough away and no one's seemed to have noticed you, but you do see there at these sheer stone walls that are encrusted with ice around them. And the city beyond is surprisingly beautiful. It almost looks like a city of inverted icicles, all glittering in the light. And you can see there's catapults being launched, and there are different siege engines that are moving towards the walls. And on the walls, you can see ballistas firing. You can see their own trebuchets on the other side of the wall firing volleys back. There's archers. And this seems to have this feel, as you're kind of looking over the landscape, of this has been probably a prolonged battle. This is nothing that just started. This feels like, because even as you stay there quietly watching over the course of 10, 15, 20 minutes, you'll even see there's these surges, and then it almost seems to kind of start to die down a little bit. And movement and organization is happening. And so there's a certain amount of kind of barricading the city and constantly wearing the defenses, and then it kind of starts to go idle over the course of even, let's just say, an hour of kind of waiting there. And I will say, after a while, because there are some scouts that come out, you will see a pack of wolves that go by that definitely look a little eviscerated and have green eyes. They don't seem to notice you. They're far enough away, but you do see that, oh, there's some dog. Oh, those are wolves. Oh, those are missing pieces of them. Oh, they're green eyes.
Maybe we should be trying to take boat in. I'm not sure how we will be getting in, Captain.
Yeah, we could just, drop it on town square since it flies, right?
Yeah. How
Can
far away are we from the ship?
Less than an hour, I would say, probably. Maybe 2 at max.
Do we have cotton? Can we make the long boat look like a big cloud? Sneak in that way?
I don't know if
Can the ship go
elementary school prop work.
Oh, I totally want to see Juniper in the prow, like George Washington crossing the Delaware.
Does it? I
Maybe we need a break to think about this. Wink, hint, hint.
I don't.
Wink.
Yeah. All right. Let's just take a brief break. A brief break.
break. Beef break?
Sure.
Beef break.
You're making it worse. We'll be right back. We'll get recollected, back on task. Hang out with us. Hold on.
See you in a bit.
Oh, wait, I gotta do the thing.
Keeps. back. Welcome back, everyone. Our break is accomplished. No problems whatsoever. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. Yep, we're fine.
I don't know. That didn't sound fine.
No, it is. My
That sounded
adult work phone just texted, and I had to see that it was not a important one. It was everything's fine.
Oh, thanks.
It doesn't go off unless it's bad for me normally, especially at this time of night. So, the group has been traveling back, let's say, walking and talking quietly, making their way back to the longboat. What are we thinking? What are we discussing? Maven is with you, by the way. She will kind of, as some of this gets pointed out, mention of the fact of, like, as people say, like, maybe we could fly down, and she's like, I could probably help with being a big enough bird or something to, like, so no one gets hurt on the landing, like if we do it one at a time and just literally jump.
Oh, that's a really good idea. We can anchor this longship in the sky. Why didn't I think
It'll be
of that?
colder. But the only thing is, do we want to leave a ship directly above a city that is, owned by a dragon?
No.
I think having the ship in the mountains, hiding out in the mountains, is still a good idea.
Yeah.
But
I think this army might be a distraction, though.
A distraction? What do you mean?
Yeah, like how Zazan kind of is the orchestrator of it, kind of.
Juniper, seeing as you're doing such good RP, roll me a Constitution saving throw. How well is Juniper handling this weather, or is this just looking for sympathy?
Well, that's at 18 plus what my Constitution saving is.
Yeah. So it's like you're cold, but
25.
you're just not used to it. But you're like, it's the equivalent of being a northern gal. You have plenty of gear.
Yeah.
You're fine, but just
your face is freezing off.
I don't
but other
want
than that, this is where that 9 on the survival check to hide the longboat is going to be helping us out.
Yeah.
Or was it for how easy it is for you to find?
No. So, like, Zazazan is kind of like the orchestrator of the undead army, right? It's kind of like his. So when maybe he told us to come here, and then sent
you're
army.
thinking that kind of distraction.
Yeah, because like if you're focused on defending your city, are you going to notice some people in your horde? Probably.
Maven's just like, I hate to say it, but it does kind of make sense. He wants us to do a thing, and he knows this is the thing, and that army isn't just outright attacking like they did Dragonlock.
Mm-hmm.
Did he give us any hint that he'd be throwing any tricks like this in?
Why would he do that?
He did seem a little invested in our success.
I think he did say something, actually. This was months ago in real life, but not very long ago in game life. I feel like he did say something about...
Don't you rewatch every single episode leading up to Friday?
Every single episode, every single time. I feel like he did say something about something. It's a super helpful statement.
Well, as long as he said something about something.
He said something about something. I mean, he said
It was like, I think I remember something too. I'm not sure if what the something, but there was something that was said about it, or something about something.
Yeah, I mean, so there maybe was a hint.
He was talking a lot.
He's talking a lot.
Does Holliver's circlet still have that eidetic memory function?
Interesting question. As you think about that and go, does it? I'm not sure. Does it? And then you start to go, crap, I don't think it does.
All right, and toss that off.
What? Is that the circlet?
No, that was just something
thing
fell
that
out
I
of the
left in
sky
the
or
cave?
something. What?
That's the thing that I left in the cave because I forgot how to speak common, Oliver.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I think we should probably still not leave it around.
That's a small bird.
I'm
picks
gonna put it in the. Hey, can I? Is he picking it up, or did you really throw it down?
Yeah, I just tossed it, discarded it. It's
All right, I'm gonna pick it up and put it in the bag that I got from Maven.
okay.
Okay. That won't bite us later. All right. So, I mean, Mick. I mean, I'm pretty sure if he finds that, maybe.
I mean, just gonna press any button that's in front of him, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of. So, the group gets back to the longboat. You do find it. You do see very quickly there is a Sealy who is sitting in the boat, looking cold, just shivering, blue lips. And like you guys all covered it with like some snow and things like that. And literally, like as you left, you didn't realize like she was still there. And like her head is just sticking out of the snow, just like simulating maybe cold or actually who knows.
Who knows?
At least she wasn't wearing a red shirt, right?
No, and that I was literally just about to like should have been a red shirt and just a frozen corpse. But no,
They're just really getting into that shtick. So
yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you on a nice brisk travel back, get back up to the top of the mist cover and back on board.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll make some tea.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my God. I almost don't care if it's poison.
With or without hemlock, Captain.
Without.
Whatever one's done first.
Quickly take the mug out of your hand again, and then go and drink a different one.
Your tongue stuck to the metal of the. So, what course are we making? What is the plan?
I am the worst captain. I guess let's get close enough to maybe
Can we be leaving ship here and take longboat over, and then Maven flies us down from longboat, and then we tell the Sealy to take the longboat back to the ship?
But then how do we get back to the ship?
We will have to come out here.
Yeah.
Do we wait for nighttime? Do we think we'll be able to sneak in with a boat at nighttime?
Might be a little easier. When
will
we're
be
up
colder,
above
Captain
the city.
Swift.
What?
It will be being colder at nighttime. When the sun is going down, it gets more. This is nice and brisk now. Comfortable. It will get a little. It will get a little chilly.
It's fine.
We may need an extra sweater.
It's fine. When we're up above,
tying his beard down, it keeps kind of snapping the band.
Gotta retrain the hair. When we're up above the city, can we see like all the way around it, or is the?
If you're above the mist cover, you cannot see the city.
Okay.
This would be the equivalent of just knowing you're above the city because of Sealy GPS.
Got it. Do we get any sort of view as we're going up above the mist cover?
There's enough, like even when you're on the ground, there's mist. So like it's not like there's layers of it. It is mist from the ground up to a certain height, and then it's open.
So I just don't know if there's any side of the city that the army is not attacking, or if this is just a whole siege. So we probably should use the cover of the night and the mist, even though it's going to be colder. I just think we'll have a better chance of getting into the city undetected.
I'm thinking it is worth trying. Yes.
Yes. Oliver?
Well, yeah, it's worth trying. And one thing we could do is keep the longboat above the mist cover, and Short Round, my familiar, can just stay on the boat, and I can, let him know when we're ready to get.
Yes, I can do that.
That's a great idea, actually. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Even you can get us all down there?
She kind of like one at a time, I think would probably be smart. Can't quite go big enough to bring all of us down, but controlled descent. Let's start with lightest first, so I can get at least a lay of the land before
if it is being very misty. Can we just throw a rope over our edge and just slide down the rope?
If you get closer, probably. So like,
We just don't want to get hit by a ballista.
oh, I'll be honest. I was thinking of jumping and like a peak of a building.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of too. The ballista are just kind of flying around.
Those should be going outside of the city for the most part. And if we stick to the inner city, that's probably far enough.
I don't know how cities work, so yeah. That's the plan.
Juniper is like the one building in the middle, right?
The biggest one that obviously looks like a Capitol building of some
sort. That's
tons of like sculptures of dragons and
let's go to that one.
If they have ballista pointed at that, then they have a lot more problems than just an army coming at them.
What do you mean?
If they're pointing all their weapons internally at the Capitol.
I just had this
revolution.
I guess I just didn't ask where the ballista were located, if they were just on like the outside wall or if there were like layers of them.
Anyone who's been here, Viet will there are layers to the city. There are
Viet will draw a diagram. Yes.
Yeah. It's like 3 concentric circles.
Okay.
Most of everything that is probably defense of the city is on the outer walls.
Everything on inside is walls. Everything in the middle would be palace stuff, but that would be too close. I think we go to the second ring would be best.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Does Viet know? Did we establish that Viet knows where this goat inn is?
Yep.
Okay, so he can probably even say what area we want to be dropping down into, approximately.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Cool.
That's right. We're going to the
row your goat.
No,
that's where we left.
That was the last one.
Oh.
This one was the
Frozen Hillbilly.
Such great names. Yes, let's go to the Frozen Hillbilly and we are going to find our person.
Perfect.
Our person. Let's do that.
All right. Just to make sure I'm clear, so you take the main ship kind of into the right area. The long boat kind of detaches. The main ship is heading towards the mountains on autopilot.
I think we can probably just take the long ship from here. Leave the ship, the big ship here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave the no name here, and then take a longboat in. It'll be cold, but smaller.
So you get
target.
Okay. So you're gonna take the longboat all the way down.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, over the city, and then have Maven. We could probably just have Maven scout, see if anybody's around, and then we could just land the boat on top of a roof.
And then take it back up.
We'll just cover some tarps.
I'm just making sure what you all want to do.
Does that sound good? Like a plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's just go.
We're there.
All-
All right.
All four of us have 12% of a plan. We put that together. That's 50% of a plan.
We get on that
Short
last.
Round's a little disappointed that he's no longer going to be acting captain of the small boat. But I mean, he just
Right, that last hour as we go over the wall of Yokchenya, cast Pass Without Trace a second time here, and just try to give us a little bit of extra cover. So
perfect. All right. So everyone roll me a stealth check. With
Zash
plus
is with
10.
us as well.
You're bringing him along?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll
This
roll
is
for
a
him as
dragon
well.
city, you guys.
What roll we add to it?
Plus 10
I'm gonna
for Pass Without a Trace.
All right. 22.
27.
and a 1.
You got a 1?
And a 1.
Sealy.
Got a 1.
Boatswain Sealy's coming with the piping the captain on and off the boat.
That's a 3.
That is almost perfect. Like you make it so quiet, set down. Juniper steps off the boat. Yeah, Captain is disembarking. Yeah, no, that's a good suggestion. That is exactly. You make your way down. You land on a roof directly above what looks to be like a little balcony that you could just hop down on. And as you each yeah, there is the whistle and yeah, and it just immediately you just and then Short Round is on the edge of it, and you can see his little chest just expanding, and he's just kind of looking like should I come, master, or do I take care of the boat? Or he just looks very like he doesn't know what to do, but he wants to please you so badly.
All right, Short Round.
Just
You're going to keep the boat safe and hidden. And when we give you a signal, then it's time for us to get out of here.
signal. Yes. I keep the ship safe. And he crawls across the top of the longshore boat, goes to the very front of it, and just eyes wide looks out. And just
Be careful with ballista on that. It's got header trigger. And now there are ballista inside with one aimed at the palace, and they do have bigger problems then.
and yeah, the tip of the ballista is Short Round just doing his best grotesque.
Yeah. Keep the other occupants safe too.
Looks back at the Sealy and just
Maybe make some friends, branch out a little bit.
it looks so unhappy.
Fine.
Yeah, just you are in Hailstone.
Cool.
You can, whether you use rope and go down to the street level, or do a B&E and go through this building.
I imagine we handle it with our typical swashbuckling.
Kick the door
Grace.
in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Seal, because I feel like this would be the appropriate time. Maven, remember, she's a druid, and just back off the balcony, and as she hits a snowbank, turns into a squirrel. It's making a tiny little a Mika snow angel.
I'll climb down. How far from the ground are we?
For the sake of making it simple, safe enough height that even if you fall, you're fine.
Okay. I'll just climb down.
90 feet. No, no, you're fine. You're fine. So you are within the city proper. It takes you a little bit, Viet, just because you never come in this way. But after a while, all of a sudden, you kind of recognize a street corner
They make
and
good
the city-
hammers there.
Yeah, it's probably something. It's like, hey, that I know where I am. The city
We should
streets.
pick some more up on our way out. It's good work.
Hammers.
Hammers, hammers. Hammer Emporium.
Yep, right next door to it's hammer time.
Yes. You really like their hammers in this town.
You can't touch this sale is going on tomorrow. You can't touch these hammers for this price.
I hear they're too legit to quit.
Hey.
Okay. So it is dark now. The city does have a little bit of a almost not iridescent, but luminescent quality to the ice, and it kind of has that kind of just. Think of like towns, if you ever seen certain movies where it's like Alaskan towns where they have like the ice sidewalks where people are skating and stuff like that. Like it's very much feels like almost like a Christmas Wonderland without all the actual Christmas tone to it of like this is daily life. It is into the evening. There aren't a lot of people moving around because you do hear even now in the distance the occasional boom and explosion, very distant cries, but it is also not a full siege where you could like the city's falling either. It's been going on long enough that you can tell there are still people going here and there, not a lot at this time of night, but no one is like under military, curfew or anything like that. Okay. After a little while, you will find a kind of think that Viking style, like longhouse with a great big roof on it, and it is all snow covered. And on top, there is just white mountain goat on the top of it, big horns. And
nice.
You see a sign that has almost the shape of like an igloo going into it of the frozen hillbilly.
Nice.
Upon coming inside, oh man, it's warm. Jennifer, you just feel that heat. As it's like, oh yeah.
I don't like the cold, but I love this aesthetic.
Yeah. Inside it is still continuing a little of that kind of longhouse feel. It's all wood. Wood surfaces everywhere. In the center is where the bar is, and it's a two kind of crescent moon shaped bars that go a 360 around, and above looks like this ginormous keg that takes up from the ceiling, going down like almost like a large center post, and coming off from it are normal sized like kegs that are going all the way around. And from there, you can see they go into the ground right on the bar side, and they have all these little spouts that come out of it, obviously for, ale on draft. And benches all the way around. There's benches throughout. There's multiple fireplaces, and they're large, like multiple people could step into them. And there's 3 levels high with, you can see sitting all around on the outside and rooms going in deeper, 2 staircases kind of on either corner of the room. It is large. It is warm. There are many people in here because it's cold outside. And when the city is, at war, drinking is probably a thing you do at the end of your day. It's not a like rowdy place by any means. There is kind of a little bit of a tone to the room of it's Tuesday. It's always Tuesday. The week's never going to truly be over. That kind of feel.
Oh crap. Maven, can you make a flower?
Maven's just like, yes, that is a thing I can do. Like you see it for a second, like, can I? Like, I can.
So it's yellow. We're supposed to be wearing yellow flowers.
And she just like, and you see almost out of her cloak as she thinks about it, all of a sudden these little buds start to open up and yellow flowers. And she just kind of starts.
Captain, I thought the person we were meeting was supposed to be wearing yellow flower.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember who was supposed to be wearing the yellow flower.
They might get confused and think we are supposed to be helping them.
I think it'll be okay.
They might look at us and see a bunch of yellow flowers, and they say, "Oh, they already found somebody with a yellow flower, so they're good," and just leave.
I was here for that job. You're dead.
I still think it'll be okay. She's gonna shove it behind her ear. She doesn't know where else to put it in all these furs.
I will be getting us drinks, yes?
Yeah, I want a mulled wine. Like a warm mulled wine.
Warm.
A warm
With or without hemlock this time, Captain?
Without. Always without the hemlock. That's poisonous to me.
Oliver?
It has a warming effect when the
Zash?
poison takes the whole.
I'll take a hot mead, and you got any more crushed gems, you can throw them in there.
In what?
Well, you said mulled wine, and that's the gnomish version of a mulled drink. Is we crush up precious gems and just.
Does it get in your beard and make all sparkly?
It makes you more of a rock gnome, is what it does.
Cool.
Zash will just look at like all of you as this. He's like, I will be honest. I'd like to try all of these.
We can arrange that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go to the bar and handle this part of it.
We've got ourselves a social gathering.
Heck yes.
As you all kind of start to go find yourself a table, Maven is just next to you. She's like, I'm gonna just take a lap, see if I can see if somebody else has a yellow flower. She's like, I'm just gonna go up the she's like, yeah.
It would be keeping his eyes open for a yellow flower too as we're going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you'll see like she'll kind of walk back towards the door a little bit and look around, and then all of a sudden just turn into like a small little like mousy creature and just start to,
big pointy teeth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just fangs for days. It's like a saber-toothed field mouse.
I love it so much.
Yeah. And so you all, you'll find Viet, all of your drinks that like absolutely no problem. It's expensive. Pretty much everything is
wartime prices. Yeah.
Yep. So for drinks for just one round for all of you is going to be 1 gold.
Yep.
Yeah. So you want a meal too or anything like that? I mean, you could have easily eaten on the ship.
We're pretty full from Leviathan meat.
We just want. No, you're not. Ironically, not a very filling meal.
It's one of those things you eat it and then an hour later.
Weirdest thing, right? Did anyone have more? I totally want. So you're all drinking. You're all enjoying Zash. Who got it? Like, what is the first drink set down in front of Zash? Is it the poison? Is it the rock?
Yeah, it's
the Rolling Rock ale?
Rolling Rock mead.
Mead.
Oh, yes.
Just so I need to know if he needs to make a Constitution save for the poison.
Yeah, probably go with a little bit of arsenic.
All right.
Hasn't had arsenic for a while. It's been.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 16, and he has a great Constitution save. So he's like, "Oh, this will put hair on chest," and he just kind of re-looks at you, and he's like, "Ah." So what are we discussing? You look around. Anyone who's looking can roll perception checks. If you're trying to be sneaky and not be noticed, roll me a performance.
Should we be splitting up, Captain?
What did you say? What?
Should we be being splitting up?
Yeah, I guess. Just like don't make it weird.
I'm not understanding, Captain.
Yeah, let's split up.
Should we be going in pairs?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, we'll just stand there and wait.
Yeah. Yes. Go in pairs, I guess. To just browse around the room.
Zash will put his hand and slap Viet's back and just be like, I go with the good drink.
Oh, you haven't tried the mead yet.
You haven't tried any of the other ones.
That is fair. And he'll drink the rock mead.
Okay. So, it seems they had a nice blend of a wildflower mead with some amethyst and aquamarine mixed together, and it's just got the right notes. Give it a shot.
It's like Goldschlager cuts on the way down.
Oh, yeah.
Like really chunky Goldschlager.
Yeah. You do have a gizzard, don't you?
Well done, sir. He has a high constitution, so either way, I rolled a 10, so plus that, it's still 17. But you'll see as he swallows that, just chugging it basically, and then
He's a little gritty, yes? That's what I find of gnomish drinks. They're a little gritty. Get stuck in teeth.
Still tastes good. And then as everyone's like, all right, yeah, just and you hear a
Spitting gems across the floor.
oh my eye. So Viet, Zash will follow you if you're gonna go spread out. Are you wearing a yellow flower? You were motioning about your beard, but then you pointed out, should we?
He's not wearing a yellow flower.
Either is Zash. So
I think Juniper's the only one who is.
Fair.
I did roll for perception though, and it was 19.
Okay. Were you trying to be sly about scanning the room?
Just kind of looking around like you do at a place. Not like I'm not staring at anybody, but I'm just kind of she would be sitting there just kind of taking in the room.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah.
Not like
you start looking around, you're picking out different people. You see there are some definitely what looks to be like a hired mercenary type that some look like they've probably been selling some of their time on the walls. You do see other working class blue collar workers. You do see some clearly off-duty guardsmen. And then you also see there are many people that look like they are travelers that are on extended stay.
Because they can't get out.
Yeah. And it's like, and you can just tell by some of the styles too, where it's just like, oh, that's more northern styles, and that's more, you can just tell. Even in the winter gear, it has that flair to it.
Mm-hmm. As I'm sitting there, then trying not to draw too much attention, I would like to check in with Telsia.
Lovely.
Where are we at here? There's the sending. So just sort of a quick my brain just went blank and I forgot where we're at. Hailstone. I couldn't remember the name of the town. Wow. Okay.
I want that to be part of the message. Like, we
made it to Hailstone. War going on outside the gates. Will your contact have trouble getting inside?
There's a little pause. You'll hear all of a sudden just this little kind of like huff, just the slightest little huff. Lovely. I'm so glad you made it. No, I don't believe he'll have any troubles finding you. That's it. It's just kind of.
That's fine.
Like you're just waiting, like, and you very quickly get the sense of like, dee, 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 dee. If you'd like to dial again, you can call back. You know, it's like, oh, she's done.
That's fine. I don't know why she's mad at me, but whatever. Literally grumbling to myself at the table now.
And you're paired up with Oliver, right?
Correct.
I mean, we didn't like go anywhere yet. I think we just stayed at the table.
Viet and Zash did, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it was like they go off and Viet, where do they go?
Well, he's gonna scope however big this first floor is. Like he'll do a quick circuit around Zash around here, and then head up for the stairs. Assuming Maven got one of the floors, and he'll just pick a floor at random because he doesn't know which one Maven. So I rolled a 17 for my perception.
Okay. I don't even feel like you'd in any way try to make it nonchalant of you searching.
No.
Like looking around, like not at their
shoulder back to like
not at their faces, but looking at their lapels.
Oh, the chest. Oh yeah.
Right.
Just,
it's like,
excuse me, ma'am. Yeah. You're looking around, and right now, you're not seeing any yellow flowers. Zash is, as you're doing this, should we be a little should we call out? Just, is anyone wearing a yellow flower?
Bud.
I mean, I feel like that might be quicker if that is the objective here.
I am thinking we are being stealthy, yes? Subtle.
Oh, subtle.
That is Captain Swift's watchword.
Correct. All right. And you'll see him.
She would have just yelled out as soon as we came in, I think. I'm thinking. She would have, if that is what she was wanted, that's what done.
You're like, all right. Yes. Subtle, and he'll just smile and hold up his drink towards a guy who kind of just was right next to him. Oh, have you seen many yellow flowers bloom here lately?
Viet will wink and nod.
And he'll look back at you and just be like, "Yeah, I did good." You know?
I love this.
The guy's like, "What? What? Like that's so oddly specific. What?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing. You know, winter blooms. You know," and just start moving on to the next guy.
Our mother wanted us to bring flowers back, but she likes yellow flowers.
We are brothers. He's like 6'7".
Everybody's like, we don't care.
And that's really the look. I'm just like, he's holding a drink. He's like,
as we're going through on this first floor, we're developing an elaborate backstory for ourselves.
oh my God. By the time we see them an hour later, they'll be on the third floor. Our mother is sick. We have been in the mines for so long.
We got matching white suits.
Yeah, I love this. However, sending was sent. You could see that happened. You do very quickly see and can track Zash and Viet making their way. Zash sticks out a little bit more than anybody else, but he's a big guy. But what are you two doing for that first little bit?
Well, we're finishing our drinks, of course. I'll ask Juniper. So how'd the call go?
I think she hates me, so.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
He hates everyone.
Yeah, it's just Telsia. It's all tone. No, you're good. Anyways, what should we walk around or maybe post ourselves here and keep drinking so that if the yellow flower character does show up, we're stationary? He doesn't have to chase us down.
I feel like we should be conspicuously inconspicuous.
Okay. Oddly enough, I'm really good at that.
Oh, great.
Yes.
We want to be easily found, but not stand out so that people think it's weird. And I'm not good at that.
Well.
I'm really bad at talking to people.
I've never noticed.
The two people with negative charisma are the best right now.
I don't have a negative.
Oh, Zash does.
Oliver does.
Oliver does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't? Who needs people?
Viet is flat. He's got a flat.
Okay.
He's got that that peace cleric persuasion going for him.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, maybe we'll find a table. Like we're at a table right now, but maybe
you're at a table. You move to the next table.
Just kind of maybe like in a corner somewhere where we're easily seen.
You're at a very easily seen table because you guys just took a table.
Oh, cool.
So if you go to the corner of the room, that's like where you're trying to be a little bit more.
Cool.
That's where the shadowy figure's like, hey, this table's taken.
There is a shadowy figure with a yellow flower over there. There's not, but it'd be perfect, you know.
Well, as we move, to be inconspicuously conspicuous, I've used prestidigitation to put like a mission marker, like a waypoint marker floating over both of our heads, and it has a symbol of a yellow flower above it.
Someone here had a quest.
Is that good? Is that good? Quest giver here.
After a while, Viet and Zash have become someone in the establishment has a yellow flower. They've seen it. And we're gonna end up being led right back to you two.
I was just gonna say they see the flower and they're like, us.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you move into that shadowy table for even a minute, all of a sudden there'll be a hand on your shoulder. You have a yellow flower. Do you not? Oh, hello, Captain Juniper.
Are you literally just asking people if they have a yellow flower, though?
It was you all along?
No. What?
No.
Zash just found the person with
our
yellow
mother
flowers.
needs flowers. And how long have we been away at war and have just returned? We fought through armies to find flowers for our mother.
We lost our other brother, Daryl.
Daryl, that's right.
This is the most adorable thing.
I held him in my arms as he died, and his one wish was for us to get flowers to mother and find true love with two sisters.
Oh.
One for each of us.
Step too far. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the thing we're doing.
I'm not not gonna yuck your yum. If that's your thing, go for it.
Maven's
Sure.
just gonna come walking up and sit at your table and be like, "Why are you all being so goddamn weird?"
You gotta hear the story, though. It's the saddest thing.
I've heard it from a lot of people asking what the is going on with these weird brothers.
If it was your mother's dying wish, she's gonna take out the yellow flower and hand it over to him.
Wait,
You bring that back to your mother.
am I supposed
Thank
to
you.
be one of the sisters?
Yeah, we're sisters.
Is that what we're doing?
Maven's just like, "What? What is happening? Why am I the sane one?"
Oh yeah, we grew up on a farm together, and we raised alpacas. Deadwood alpacas. Of course, they have instead of soft, cozy fur, they
This is
have
being a
Quills.
good
They
story.
have quills.
This is being a
That
We will
quills,
go up
yes.
to the third floor and we will come down and we'll pretend that we are just meeting first time. This
Yeah, and it's just
Wait,
that's
what?
just like he seems excited about. He's like, "Yeah."
Okay. And then we'll both have our story straight, right?
Wait, what's happening?
So
Yes.
Zash and Viet go off to head back to the third floor. Maven is sitting at the table. What is okay?
It's
I
you know
feel
what?
like I still no. Please stop. I feel like I might have got a concussion. A few
You
weeks ago.
absolutely did.
And what are we here for again? Because I feel like I'm off. I'm off the off the page.
No,
I'm-
you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Right. Who should Maven be in this story?
There's been a lot of stress, and I'm really just trying to have. I'm just. You're right. You're right. We need to actually.
Let's catch me up. What's important here for us? What are we doing? All right. Let's all recollect ourselves here. They
Right.
are having fun. Just looking up at the two who are now hitting the third floor and immediately just grabbing this. You can see a traveler probably from like High Anvil and is starting to, you can just see the intensity of the conversation and is holding up a yellow flower now and then looking at Viet.
caught someone's eye down in the first floor and winks.
He's winking at you, apparently, Juniper, as because you're all what?
What? Oh, you're right. You're right. I'll get up and I'll do a quick perusal.
No, and she like Juniper. Hold on, Juniper. Seriously, I need to make sure that I'm still not concussed. Why are we here?
Do you
And
think
what
we're
are
here?
we doing?
Why do you think we're here?
She looks back up towards Viet and Zash. She's like, I feel like I should just be drinking way more heavily right now.
She'll just hand over her mulled wine to Maven.
And
We're
just
here to find Talsia's contact.
yeah. And
Yes.
why did we need them specifically again? Because I
Oh.
don't see the point.
Well, do you know how to pick locks?
I mean, no. Normally we blow things up or burn it down.
Right, but I think subtlety is needed.
Like
Here.
why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because the last time we met a dragon, we didn't fare so well. And if we're going to try and steal from a horde, I don't know if you can still hear me. Her voice is
I
very
can hear you. I
low.
can hear you.
Okay,
There you
good. If we're going to try and steal from the dragon's horde, I think it might be beneficial to have a little subtlety.
All right. Maven's gonna just go in her pocket and put down a piece of paper, fold it up in front of you.
What is this?
Just probably want to open that.
Okay, so I'll open it.
It's a picture of a yellow flower.
What's happening right now?
And for a split second, you see Maven's eyes go gold.
Oh, I just realized what was happening. Oh. What? Catherine realized what's happening. June has no idea. I don't. She's never met this person, really.
Yes. When he
Oh,
was
yeah,
when he was
briefly.
masquerading as a little boy.
Very, very briefly,
Yep.
but I don't know.
That connection would be.
Yeah, I don't
And I
think
don't know that
she,
you were there when he changed again.
Nope. she was
You
not
were
there.
inside Cyprus. Maven was in
But I
the
feel like
conversation
this group definitely
outside of
has done
Cyprus.
more than one exposition dump as well. So I'll say maybe you know that's weird. This is probably your contact, but beyond that, you might not know.
Even I really don't understand what's going on right now.
Just looking around, just lean forward a little bit, and the voice is going to change. Just meet me in room 315. 20 minutes. Collect your friends. I mean, they're hilarious to watch, but I'm seriously just a dragon horde. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Gonna stand up and start to walk away and into the crowd, and just one or two people who just do that pass by thing, and they're gone.
She's gonna turn to Oliver. Did Maven just invite us to an orgy?
She is full of surprises lately. I don't know if it's the bash on the head or what's going on.
I really don't understand what's going on.
Wait,
How
one
is
of
it in the
hold it.
contract?
Hold on a second. One of your theories is that she just invited us to an orgy, and you're hesitant.
I mean, no. I mean, everybody's gonna have a great time, but like, it just doesn't seem like Maven.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, we're doing this, right? Like,
Yeah.
would have been better with all the Sealies too. I mean, we could have had really. All the
Yeah, we
character
could have just
play.
done this on the ship if that was the goal. Like, we didn't have to come to this place.
yeah. I mean, I know I'm a gnome and we have that reputation, but I didn't expect everybody to be so puritanical about it. I just thought it was green light all the way.
I mean,
This is what we're talking about, right?
what the orgy?
All of a sudden, like a moment later, in like behind your ear, all of a sudden, just some stranger is gonna like kind of lean in next to you and be like, "Maven did not invite you for an orgy. I'm your contact. Can you get your ass upstairs?" And then just as you turn, all of a sudden, you just see a barmaid go walking by. You know.
Okay. I'm totally not disappointed. I think I'm piecing this together. Okay. Follow that guidance.
Oliver, would you just roll me an F20 or D20? Just roll
Yeah,
an
I'll roll
F20.
it.
Just roll that 20.
Just-
Just
I
do
mean,
it.
if anybody could,
Just do
it would be you.
Yeah.
A D20.
I'm kind of disappointed.
13.
We just got to get the business out of the way first, then we can. 13. All right. You will not be familiar with this individual
Okay.
when all things become apparent.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to be slightly disappointed, but we have to follow the barmaid.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's.
Well, we still don't know what to expect, so let's go.
So the way that the barmaid went, is there a way we can collect Zash and Viet?
Oh, the barmaid went back towards the bar. Like, she's got a tray.
I imagine Zash and Viet would have been working their way down the third
Up
floor
one
down.
side, around, and down
Yep.
the other.
Okay. I guess so. We'll kind of go and intercede with them, and I guess start to go to the what was the room?
Are
Oliver?
you two sisters coming here often?
Heck yes, we are.
Elbow Zash.
Yeah.
Want to go to an orgy?
Wanna go? Yeah. I think a barmaid just invited us to an orgy. If you guys want to go.
there is a guy who's just like within earshot, who's like not eavesdropping, who's just like, you know.
You're not invited. So yeah, I guess we'll just head up to the room in a state of confusion.
As you pass that
any
gentleman, the camera shifts so you can see his face better. It's Sean Beam in character, and he just winter has come. Just
That was ominous.
I mean, he either dies or gets shot down. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's fine.
So,
You won't be
you make it's a cutscene from. So anyway, make your way to 315.
315. That was the room. All right.
Yeah, you're welcome. I should have made you really have to remember.
Yeah, I.
Knock on the door. On the other side of the door, you'll just hear, yeah, it's open.
Oh. Go inside.
You enter in, and as you all kind of come in, you will see a small, like, it's not a big room. There's one bed, small table, gentleman who is sitting in very stylish kind of like leather trench coat, a little bit of shirt poking out from it, open shirt, hair back with just a little salt and pepper in it, and that like the best stubble ever. Like it's always that perfect like 5:30 o'clock shadow, sitting there with a little cage with a rat in it.
I don't think this room's big enough for an orgy.
Saber-tooth rat.
Yep.
This is being contact, Captain Juniper Swift.
You immediately remember Mr. Gray.
Mr. Gray. Viet remembers Mr. Gray.
Yeah.
Who's different
I don't
than
think
Mr.
this room's big enough.
Or yeah, Mr.
Just
but
Mr.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
Mr. Sorry.
Mr.
Yeah, you immediately, and he has like gold pieces, liquid gold, bright eyes, or at least the color of his eyes is gold.
Mr. You are being here for party with goat?
Is there a goat? Too? Like that's just a step too far for me. I'm gonna say that right up front. That's like a hard line.
No, Captain Swift. Tug on her sleeve. Mr. is being contact, I am thinking.
Yeah, Juniper and Oliver are just looking around the room intensely, still hopeful.
Okay, Mr. is a pretty cool cat, so I'm just gonna roll something for him. He'll be like looking this whole group over with a mixture of awe and chagrin, and he just.
How did you get this far?
Talcia sent me a little message, and then kind of gives you both kind of a up and down. We can maybe talk about things later.
Fair enough. Okay. I
What's
think
his password?
I'm on the same page now.
Show me her password.
What?
I mean, looking around, the numbers are kind
I'm
of
the party, and I am the list.
Points at Mr. and points at Captain Swift. See?
So, that wasn't Maven. Where's Maven?
He just taps the cage with a little rat inside.
Why?
Well, it's hard to get close and make you think that I'm Maven if she can show up. It's like rule 101 of pretending to be someone. Make sure they can't be themselves.
Why don't you just tell her?
She's not going to like that.
Fun. She's going to be super pissed about this.
Yeah, she is.
And you can see the rat is in the cage and sleeping.
Did you drug her?
Oh, I drugged her pretty hard.
Well, maybe she won't remember it then.
Oh, she's going to remember it. She's going to remember every second of waking up.
Cool.
Trust me, she'll appreciate it once she calms down.
All right. So, yeah, we're insane and we're all going to die. You here for it?
I mean, I knew you all like when I first like he kind of gestures towards you, Viet. He's like, Blue, I always had my suspicions. And he kind of towards Maven. She's freaking insane.
Yeah.
You two look halfway, I mean, gullible, naive, but I mean, right off the boat.
Literally.
And he kind of looks at you, Oliver. Not you so much. And he looks back and he's like, you a little bit.
That's fair.
But okay, rule number 1 that this group needs to just know to anyone in public that you aren't 100% sure that no one can hear you scry on you, never say the words, we are going to steal from a dragon and loot its hoard. I just wouldn't do that.
You weren't okay.
But
First
we
of
are
all,
having
You were in the
amulets.
middle of a bar.
You
We are
weren't a
being
stranger,
hev-
and I'm pretty sure you could barely hear me.
You're adorable. Looks back towards Viet, who was starting to say, like, we have amulet, like, what amulets?
We're having amulets.
Where'd you get them?
From the dragon.
Oh, you are all so
Just kinda-
adorable.
Kind of
we did
nervously, just kind of
Bringing it-
weird.
We did have Telsia look him over though, so we at least thought that far.
Well, at least that was halfway smart. All right. So you want to loot the horde? I think this sounds like epically, stupidly fun. There will be a matter of my payment.
Yeah, what's that?
My standard fee for my expertise, which will be literally, I'm guessing, all of the heavy lifting.
Feels strong.
Oh, not that kind. I'm assuming putting out fires, being on the other side of the teeter-totter, like all those little moments. That being said, my standard fee is non-negotiable. You want me? It happens. And he just kind of like, he's like,
Sorry, I might be a little tipsy.
I've been watching you. You've had half a one.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and it's been a really stressful.
You don't know, and it's cold.
It's cold,
I metabolize alcohol differently when I'm cold.
and somehow
Meal wasn't as filling as she thought it was earlier.
And then I thought I ate more than I did. My stomach's really empty.
Viet will quietly hold out a piece of jerky.
I will take that.
And a cracker.
Thank you. There's
Thank
that
you.
cracker. No, he was there for some of that, and so that's why he was actually like, that one has crackers, actually. So
Okay.
the question I have is who will be responsible for my payment?
Does
Mr.
that have
What
to
is
be one person?
Mr. What is being payment?
I will discuss that with whom will be paying me.
I'm currently in the role of quartermaster. I think that's appropriate role for myself. In a way, you know, maybe we can modify terms because of the letdown as we came in this room. But you know, we can negotiate as we go.
I mean, the bonuses can be discussed. Balloon payments, as it were. Little, unlockable achievements. So I'll have Viet and Juniper deafen yourself for a moment.
How do I do that?
Take out your earbuds. Like, stop listening. Whatever it takes for you to stop listening.
How do I?
Just take. Do you have earbuds in?
No.
Oh, just turn your speaker sound down.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, that's super simple.
Let's do the monkey.
Do
Okay. I got it.
He'll kind of take you aside. All right. My payment is simple. Whatever happens, happens. You don't ask any extra loyalty of me, other than the name of the job. What I choose to do within those parameters are mine to decide. I will complete whatever task we agree upon, or die trying. At the end of it, you personally will owe me 1 gold piece.
One. Just one.
Non-negotiable.
That is a code and terms that I can abide by.
He'll hold out his hand to shake.
All right.
Then
I can hear again.
yay, Chris. He's not even looking. He was already in
He was watching the
post-production.
chat,
Come
probably.
back to us, Chris. Come back.
Oliver and Mister kind of separate, and
Are you wanting
They-
us to stand outside?
they shook hands.
Subtly?
Nope, he just kind of took him on privately. They shook hands and nod to each other and separate, and just so we have an agreement. So what is my objective?
We are needing get staff,
Yeah.
glacial staff.
The staff from.
The glacial staff.
I am thinking somebody is jealous and wants his own big staff.
Compensation or
Yes, that being
Yeah.
thing. Yes.
all right. So the objective is, do you just retrieve the staff?
Yeah, we need to find out where the horde is. The best way to get in and out.
Well, it's
And then-
easy. It's
It's easy?
capital. Well, not the in part so much, but where is quite easy.
Well,
It's below the prison, underneath the Capitol, in the glacial catacombs.
sounds cozy.
It is so cozy. I'll keep you warm. Looks at Viet, and is that going to be an issue for you, Blue?
I will be. It might be, but I will do what I can. Yes.
I just wanted to make sure. I know underground isn't the best.
I am getting
But-
better at it, but still not being great. Yes. We are stronger together, Mister.
Agreed. I can promise you, though, there's, other than guards and any defenses that a dragon might put in the way, there shouldn't be any other creepy crawlies in between us and the catacombs. I assume a dragon would be a little upset if other things started to tunnel into his vault.
That has
Probably.
been making sense. Yes.
So when do we do this?
Oh, you tell me. More time. More time means I have time to prepare, get some more intel, find a. It depends on what kind of way you want in. If you want to be a little bit more covert and try to talk our way in or blend in, if you want to just go straight aggressive means, I mean, death sentence, but why not?
That sounds like
if
a
you're
choice
looking-
that Maven would be making. Yes.
Yeah, I'm a fan of living.
Fair. And then there's the old, and he kind of looks at you, Viet, again, kind of giving you an up and down. The old, I caught a dwarf trick and bring him to prison.
So like get help.
No more like I caught a Wookiee. Oh, Yeti.
It's fair.
It would require shackles, but we'll make them easy outs. I mean, granted, technically, Viet, you don't even have to be the one. I could sub in for you.
How much time do you need to prepare?
How much time do I have? When do you want to do this?
We are wanting to be doing it sooner rather than later, so that in case someone else has been tasked with this.
Yeah.
What's the minimum?
Who here would know? I guess everyone roll me a history check.
What the what?
17.
That was a natural 20 for a 25.
16 for Viet. I also rolled very well for me.
Hey.
Okay. Viet rolled a 21, you said?
No.
Oh.
16 for Viet.
Sorry, I was also looking up something while I was listening to numbers.
I'm just laughing at the no.
No, never.
With no other explanation. No.
Why would you say that?
18 minus 2, 16.
Okay. Juniper again.
It was 20, a natural 20 for 25.
25. Oliver.
17.
17. So Juniper, ironically, the northern girl must have at least done some research. And as he all of a sudden you see his facial features start to shift and morph, his clothing, everything just starts to wobble and shift, and you can even hear like the sound of like cartilage moving and shifting as suddenly you see King Farinus standing in front of you. And he's like, well, sweetheart, I could go right now.
Is that even legal? You know what? I don't care. That was weird. Not weird in a bad way.
Completely illegal.
I mean, most of this is, so.
I think we rest up and Maven rests and let her be mad for a little bit and then we go.
Yeah, we kind of need her at full capacity.
Maybe not.
You'll see
maybe
him
not completely not
re-ripple.
mad. She is really good when she is being mad.
It's true.
You'll see him reshift and turn back into himself. So we have the evening.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's all get some rest, or those who want rest. I'll be honest with Mister. If that's the look you give him, he'll be like, "Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, this can happen." Oliver, in.
I don't think this room is too small.
We are needing to be on the top of our game, Captain Juniper Swift and Hollover.
It's a killjoy.
Okay, on top of
On top of my game.
okay, top the game, we can do that. Yeah, and if we have time to spend on such things, then we should offer that as a buffer for Mr. to prepare as much as possible. And I guess I would suggest at least given a small buffer of half a day or so in addition to whatever we need, so that all of us can prepare, because this is a
very difficult and hard ordeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am thinking we will be up for the challenge.
Zash is going to like lean down and he's like, I am picking up weird tones.
Weird?
No weird. We just want to increase our chances of success as much as possible. If Mr. thinks that's useful or appropriate, of course.
I'm at your disposal. Your disposal, obviously. We have an agreement. Just let me know how I can help.
Okay.
Zash is just going to be like, all right, and kind of walks out of the room.
Where's he going?
Like he's just like, all right, and like he's like, the talk is done. We don't stay here, and walks out of the room, assuming we're going somewhere.
What?
I will go get him, and we will get the extra rooms.
Okay.
So Viet now leaves.
Oh.
I mean, does Oliver and June just shut the door? Or like,
Yeah.
just
No.
like, yeah, you get a room. Like we'll be.
Yeah. No. There's a moment. There's a moment where they're looking at each other like, and then
Oh, Viet's right.
yeah.
Damn it, I don't want to be tired. And with looking at
He's
you.
like, you'll be tired. You'll be tired. You'll be tired.
Okay, if there were more people here right now, no. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Let's go before I make a stupid decision.
Don't really sleep much, so just knock if you want to talk.
It will come back into the room,
Like, come on.
pick up Maven's cage, and walk out.
I'm
He'll as you pick up the cage, he'll be like, would you mind giving her this? She'll understand. And he'll set down in a nice like handmade leather sheath a piece of stained glass wrapped in a leather handle. He's like, I've actually used it quite a few times and I would like that back.
Okay.
I just do not get what's going on here. Right?
And as the group all leaves in different states,
level of frustration.
levels of frustration, the door shuts, and that is where we're going to leave off this episode. Thank you all for joining this episode. That, yeah, it definitely had a few different tones, but hope you all enjoy. Join us next time for potentially the heist in Hailstone.
Heist in Hailstone.
Heisty.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I am DM Scott.
And I am Mick.
Chris.
And Catherine.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Good night.